Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few.
In 1939, with the outbreak of war imminent, 19-year-old Cyril Johnson wanted to join the Royal Air Force.
Well, I liked flying. I always liked airplanes from when I was a small child. And this was the opportunity. And of course, when I tried to join the Air Force at first, they wouldn't have me. But when the war started, they changed their mind. Very kind of them.
Graduating near the top of his recruit training course, Cyril was posted to Takoradi, West Africa, to ferry aircraft across large, unmapped areas of Africa to Egypt.
They offloaded the aircraft in Takoradi in West Africa, and our job was to fly them across Africa to Cairo. That's 4,000 miles. You went in convoys with the lead aircraft with a navigator.
On one long journey, mechanical failure meant a crash landing on a remote beach.
So I landed on the beach. It wasn't successful because we some soft sand and we went over on the nose. So we were left stranded there. We had a radio operator, but the radio didn't work.
Although he didn't know it at the time, Cyril Johnson had suffered a broken back.
As the aircraft nosed over, I slid forward underneath my straps, hurt my back on the metal seat pan. It was painful, but I didn't realise what it was. And I just couldn't lie down.
Eventually rescued by an Indian Navy minesweeper, Cyril Johnson didn't allow his broken back to stop him from joining Bomber Command, flying Lancaster bombers.
There was no pain until I did move. And then it was painful. I had to crawl my way out of the aircraft. I couldn't climb down the ladder. I had to slide down the ladder because I couldn't feel my legs.
On the long night raids, there was no fighter escort and the bombers were vulnerable to attack.
We had a long mission to Poland, and that wasn't so good because we got coned by searchlights just over the target. We lost a bit of the aircraft. We were hit by something. I didn't know how we'd get on.
With a damaged aircraft, Cyril Johnson was faced with a perilous return journey over neutral Sweden, then Norway, across the North Sea to the UK.
Halfway across the North Sea, I found a dinghy in the water. So obviously there was a crew shot down in the North Sea. So we circled out and called for help.
With the Navy on the job, he's soon amongst friends again. A little dazed, but glad to be safe.
For every air crew that survived being shot down, there was another who was not so lucky.
You believe it's not going to happen to you, because it does for some people. And I lost my very good friend the day after the invasion of Europe started, D+1. And Maggie Carter, my friend who used to say his prayers every night by his bed, he was killed on that day. The fact that people gave their lives, I think, was important, and they believed in what they were doing. I think that is a message we ought to give to the younger people. Believe